Hi everyone, time for another Learning English with Lily video. Today I'm interviewing Jack, who is an English teacher and a beatboxer. Pretty cool. Just before we begin, if there is a particular language feature that you guys would like to learn about, it could be grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, whatever, leave a comment below and I'll see what I can do. Okay, on to the vocabulary. Bureaucracy. This is a noun that can simply refer to a system for controlling an organization or a business, for example. However, it's often used negatively to refer to overly complicated rules, processes, paperwork that make it hard to get something done. Bureaucratic is the adjective. Notice that they're pronounced quite differently, and this is because the stress is on a different syllable. Repeat after me. Noun, bureaucracy. Bureaucracy. Adjective, bureaucratic. Bureaucratic. I read in the papers a while back about a man who had been declared officially dead by the authorities. But when he went to them and told them, hey, I'm actually really very much still alive, they informed him that because of the excessive bureaucracy involved, he would have to remain officially dead for quite some time. Harry Potter. Here we go. Harry Potter. Dead. Says here you're dead. Killed by Voldemort. He who must not be named.
Listen, I'm Harry Potter and I'm alive, okay? Voldemort didn't kill me.
Where's your scar then?
Right here. See?
I mean, who am I supposed to believe? Some guy with a scar on his face or an official document? Let your hair down, relax, have fun. So, for example, if you've been working hard all week and you're really looking forward to a party, it's Friday night, you're going out with your friends, you could say, I can't wait to let my hair down tonight. Blow a raspberry. This is when you make a kind of fart sound with your mouth. Children do this quite a lot. I also do this quite a lot. I'm mature like that. This expression is an example of Cockney rhyming slang. If you've not heard of this, let me explain. A Cockney is a person from an area of East London. Rhyming words are words that sound the same. So for example, fun, sun. Cockney rhyming slang is a kind of informal language that is believed to have first been used in the 1840s in East London by market traders who wanted to disguise what they were saying from passers-by. It works like this. Take the word look. A rhyming phrase of 2 or 3 words, in this case butcher's hook, replaces it. Look rhymes with hook, right? But this is where it gets a little bit complicated. The rhyming word itself, hook, is normally removed. So you're just left with the other word or words. In this case, butchers. Let's have a butchers means let's have a look. Some of these expressions have become a part of everyday British English to such an extent that many natives have no idea that they come from Cockney rhyming slang. It's pretty cool. And to blow a raspberry means to blow a fart. Raspberry tart, fart. Inebriated. This is a slightly more formal way of saying drunk. He said to me, you must be joking. I said, I'm not. And he said, I can't remember. All right. Enjoy the interview. Hi, Jack.
Hello, Lily.
I'm so glad that this has been a smooth technical process so far.
Oh, yeah, it's been a delight.
Thanks so much for taking the time on your Saturday morning to talk to me.
Welcome.
Viewers are in for a treat because you're actually, as well as a musician, an English teacher. So you enunciate very well and you also have quite a neutral accent like me. Introduce yourself, tell the viewers where you're from.
My name's Jack and I'm from Wales. I'm a musician, so I do beatbox and I play guitar. So I use that to play in different bands. I'm also an English teacher and I teach beatbox to people too.
Can I ask you about your accent?
I'm from Wales, but my parents are both English. And lots of the people that I grew up with are also English. So I've ended up with an accent like this.
Can you do a Welsh accent?
Oh, no, not really. Even though I grew up there for years, I'm a bit rubbish at it, you know. It depends if you want to go North Wales and they speak a bit more like this. They got that bit like they're from Liverpool.
Can you pronounce that famously long town name?
Llanfair Pwll Gwyn Gillgo Geri Chwyndro Bwll Llantysilio Gogogoch.
Oh my, you can do it. Jack and I met at university. I mean, we knew of each other, but we weren't actually friends. We became friends in Granada in the south of Spain. I moved there a year after you did, right?
Yeah, that's right.
If you've seen my first video, Jack is not Jim. Even Jack messaged me, he's like, am I Jim? Like, oh.
I wasn't that bad. My accent wasn't that bad.
Give them a sample of your Spanish accent.
Eh?
What would you say are the things that you most love about Spain and living in Spain?
I loved how friendly the people were. I loved the weather. It was great. Having more hours of light in the day was amazing. Not having rain every day is nice. I like learning a new language. I liked the food as well, the fresh vegetables and fruit.
The women?
I love the women. Yeah, the women. Great, yeah.
And they liked him. Nice blonde, blue-eyed Welsh boy that has an English accent.
Vikings are big in the south of Spain.
And what were the things that you didn't like about living in Spain? Were there any?
Yeah.
All right, don't say it too forcefully.
Yeah.
God, I hated it. That's why I only stayed 5 years.
What didn't I like? How slow it was to do anything bureaucratic in Spain. That annoyed me. Also, people sometimes didn't have self-awareness with their space. They weren't very aware of their space. So when you're walking in the street, people would just walk into you and not really notice and not really care.
So why did you decide to come back to the UK?
It just seemed like the right moment to come back. I'd been out there for 5 years and I felt the need for a change. Lots of my friends had left as well by that point, or were leaving, and I broke up with my girlfriend as well. And I also wanted to be more productive with my music.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'd started beatboxing out there. And
because you were quite a late starter. Like, you started beatbox quite late on. How old were you?
20.
I mean, you're in your
22,
20s.
I think, 23 maybe.
Okay, so maybe this is a good opportunity to talk about your beatboxing. So you started in Granada, and then you came back to the UK, to England, to Bristol. Currently, you're in 3 or 4 different bands. You've always had lots of musical projects. So how did you set that up? How did you find musicians to play with?
In my first year back, I wanted to get involved in one project, so getting involved in one band and play at a festival. That was my aim for the year. And by the end of the second year, I was in 4 bands and playing in 20 festivals and doing about 100 gigs a year.
So we're proud of our music, and we have a huge music festival culture. I mean, we have literally hundreds of festivals all across the UK that happen every summer. And for the last 5 summers then, apart from this summer, because we're on lockdown and there are no festivals happening, which I know has its pluses and its minuses for you, you have basically spent from May until September gigging.
Yeah, that's true.
A festival every weekend, multiple festivals every weekend. And as fun as it is, it's also very tiring because there's a bit of partying involved in the festival culture. You have fun as well.
You do have fun. We do have fun. We do have fun.
You're outside, it's sunny, rainy, muddy, hot, cold. So what's it like playing at festival after festival every weekend?
Well, it's really fun. It's really good. It is really fun. It's also, by the end of the season, it's very tiring. I think because the winters here are so much colder and wetter than other places, I think that British people really make the most of the summer and they really appreciate having good weather. So you're with people in their most excited moment of the year. It's quite extreme. I think the winter and the summers are kind of more extreme in this country because
for sure.
because of the
they
weather.
Just want to let go, let their hair down, and just go for it. What's the biggest crowd you've played to at a festival?
Maybe, don't know, 3,000 people, 4,000 people.
Okay, it's pretty impressive. And what's the best gig you've ever had? And which band was it with?
We played at Shambhala Festival on my favourite stage as well, Chai Wallers. I played with my band Ushti Baba.
What kind of band are they?
We do kind of gypsy, folk, Balkan, but mixed with drum and bass and jungle. We played a gig where a rainstorm started just as we were about to start playing. Everybody ran into the tent to get shelter. So we played this gig to lots of people packed into this tent. And it was very special for me because I remember going to that stage 10 years before when I was living in Spain. And I went and saw music on that stage and I thought I would love to play on that stage. But I wasn't even a musician then. And then 10 years later, I was playing on that stage.
Amazing.
And it felt really good.
I remember playing, they asked us if we wanted to play on the outdoor stage or the indoor stage. And we thought, well, it's Wales in May. The likelihood is it's going to really, really, rain heavily. So we said the indoor stage, and then it was really crap weather until that day and the sun came out. I think we played to about 3 people indoors. It was really disheartening. You're currently beatboxing with different bands and you're also teaching beatboxing.
Yeah, that's right.
This has really taken off since the beginning of lockdown.
As lockdown started, I decided to try and do my beatbox classes online. And I went from having maybe like 4 private classes to having 15. So I'm teaching English online, I'm teaching beatbox online. And it's going really well. I even got on the BBC News for my beatbox classes, which is something inspiring that people can do during lockdown.
Yeah, because I think it's a time to actually, do something a bit different, have a bit of a project. I mean, this is mine. Let's imagine I'm a new student. I'm a complete beginner. Could you teach me a basic rhythm?
Yeah, I could do that. Blow a big raspberry to warm up your lips first, maybe. But with just with your lips. Good. Right. Good.
It's really attractive, isn't it?
Oh, it's really attractive, yeah. So let's start with Boots and Cats. Beatbox level 1. Copy me. When you hear me change, you change as well. Okay? Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. No words.
Beatbox level 1, achieved. You've gigged all around the UK, but you've also played abroad, right?
Yes.
Where else have you played, and maybe what was the best place to play and why? Like the ambience, the people.
Wow, I don't know. I've played with 2 different bands in Europe, the Inexplicables and Ushti Baba, and we've been to Holland, Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Czech Republic.
Wow.
And Portugal. I also played over in India and Thailand as well. The way that a crowd watch a gig is different in every country. In France, sometimes we play gigs where nobody moves and they love it. They absolutely love the music, but they don't move. More people dance when they're watching music in the UK than any other country I've been to.
Interesting. Maybe that's because they're the most inebriated.
Maybe.
The amazing singer Kesty from one of Jack's bands, the Inexplicables, has had a baby. And during that time, I was asked to dep for her, so to take her place. It's great fun. We've had so much fun on stage together. I love it. I hold you as if it were the first time. Hear me when I say, my darling, I love you for all of time. Jack, thanks so much for speaking about your life. It's very interesting.
Thank you, Lily. Thanks for having me on.
Lots of love.
Bye. Lots of love.
What a talented guy. Amazing. Okay, that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I'll see you next week for another video on a language feature. Don't forget to leave me a comment if there is something that you would like me to do a video about. See you in a week's time. Bye.